Welcome to part 2 of my guide. We'll be going over stage analysis. That's right, we'll be going over each legal stage of Smash tournaments of 2017, which are Battlefield, Final Destination, Tennessee, Lilith, Smashville, and Dreamland. We'll be going over the good parts of the stages and the not so good parts about it and different scenarios. But anyway, I'm wilksy15 and I'll be your Rosalina and Luma guide. First things first, we're going to start off with Battlefield. As you can see, Battlefield has 3 platforms, hence why we call them triplats, as well as the stage being very small. Of course, in Smash Brothers, stage control is very important, but with this small stage, Rosalina can easily get stage control with the help of Luma as well as her good poking tools. What can happen is Luma can cover stages when he's untethered because one misstep, or if I get a read, then the opponent may lose a stock for it. As you can see, I'm not committing anywhere to Fruity Boy because I want to keep my defences up, and all I need to do is get one good read and then either rake up the damage or to get an early stock. When Luma's gone, that's where things become very difficult. Of course, no Luma means very little options to work with. Of course, in this matchup with Marth, I don't want to be anywhere near him because no Luma adds small stage equals immense pressure, and I have to run like a sissy girl for the next 13 seconds until we can get a new Luma. Once a new Luma appears, we're back in business and we can carry on where we left off. Battlefield's platforms are very important in 3 different ways. 1. For defensive play and keep away. 2. For stalling and camping when you don't have Luma and you can stay in shield as opponent does aerials. And 3. For stage control. My last tip for this stage is once the opponent is juggled, do your B&B up airs and don't give them any breathing room to get back onto the ground. Also, speaking of up airs, Rosalina's up air actually goes through ledges. Where as you can see, Marth just got catapulted into the air as I tried to recover. Also, don't do the up air near the ledges all the time because a lot of opponents do actually expect it. If she expects it, all they do is shield, and also where you do your up B to recover, all it takes is one back air, and if you miss tech, you will lose a stock if you're on a high percentage. The platform should give you the assistance you need to make it even easier. Also, once opponents get back on the ledge to recover, poke them off and let them restart all over again. Plus, the platforms will give you the defensive play as well. So in conclusion, for this stage, keep poking, keep the stage in your control, and be patient on high percents, as you will get that read as they have to come back onto the tiny stage eventually. On FD, there's nothing really much to say about it other than it's just one big neutral stage, as there's no platforms or environmentals to work with. So when going to this stage, it all depends on what your matchup is and who you're up against. Stage control on FD is pretty difficult because it's just one long stage and there's no platforms to work with. However, you should still play keep away when your opponent's off stage and trying to recover back because it's a lot more difficult with no platforms. Also, another note, keep your opponent juggled in the air, make sure they don't get back down onto the ground again and try to get the stage control back into their favour. When Luma's gone, this is where things become very difficult. Since there's no platforms, there's nowhere to camp, so we have to just keep backing away. Of course on FD, near the ledge is just a death wish, so we just have to try and keep the opponent back as much as possible. But that's easier said than done, especially against fast mobility characters. This is the reason why I don't take Captain Falcon, Sonic to this stage, because they can easily get round like it's nothing. So in conclusion, just go with the general strats and bread and butters and see if you can get into your opponent's head. Smashville is a small stage with small blast zones from left to right, as well as a moving platform that swings from right to left, then left to right. Rosalina can easily get stage control on Smashville because of 2 main factors. 1, it's a small stage, and 2, it has platforms we can utilise. In Smashville, we implement the same methods as we do on Battlefield, keeping the opponent off the stage and gain stage control as much as possible, but there is one main factor we will now consider, which is the moving platform. The moving platform is used for stall and camping if we don't have Luma, as well as for early KOs if the opponent is trying to recover. I do get asked a lot, why do I throw Luma to the moving platform a lot? Well, it's to make luma into a trap, or for stage coverage. So while the opponent is trying to recover and is trying to move onto the platform, I throw luma as a blockade or a warning showing if you move there, you will get hurt or kiss your stock goodbye. So, in conclusion, implement all the methods and general strats from Battlefield and show that you're in control of everything that goes round on this stage. Tennessee is a stage no one likes to take the deadly duo on, as the ceiling blast zone in this stage is very low, leading to a B&B up air strings taking early stocks. This stage has two transitions, when the match starts the first being trioplat and the middle platform moving up and down, then after changes to duoplat that attract and repel. When the stage starts it will change after 30 seconds, then after that every minute. The goal is pretty simple. Keep the opponent in the air at all times, up air them like crazy, and read those air dodges. If luma is gone, again just move and camp on platforms until she comes back. As we're going along, I think that you're starting to learn the pattern is developing with this character on certain stages, which is great as it's a good reminder as well as it's burning into your brains. Oh, one more note. Rosalina is deadly in rage mode as she can take stocks very early due to the perk of more knockback on her moves. So, in conclusion, keep the opponent above the ceiling and get those early stocks. Lilac Cruz is a small stage with blast zones being further away, which is good for staying alive but quite hard to take stocks, with low reaching platforms, and the stage being small means we can implement a lot of stage control and luma tech. Again, same pattern as always, cover the stage as much as possible and don't let the opponent get any breathing room. If the opponent is high in the air on this stage, there's no point in chasing them, unless you're doing a guaranteed execution for a stock, as it's better to cover their landing and get them again and again. The only problem with this stage is when it tilts. It does throw players off on their recoveries or doing combo executions. Oh, and let's not forget for doing their tech rolls at the wrong time, leading to punishes. Since Rosalina's up B doesn't have any hitboxes, and if you use it as the stage just starts to tilt, it can throw you right off trying to get to the ledge, or worse, gimp you and lose a stock. So in conclusion, keep the stage in your control and in your favour as much as you can, take advantage of platforms for poking and defensive play, and try not to be put off when the stage tilts back and forth. Lastly is Dreamland. Since we've gone over the rest of the stages and shown a pattern, Dreamland is like Battlefield meets Town and City, but there are a few minor changes to go over. The left and the right blast zones are a bit further than the two stages, and also our tree friend in the middle, Wispy. Again, same strats with Battlefield and Town and City, take control of trioplats and see if you can get early kills with your up air strings. Wispy is actually a blessing for Rosalina players when it comes to multi-jabs, as it carries Rosalina across the stage, keeping the multi-jab combo until Wispy runs out of air. Wispy only starts the wind blow animation after 30 seconds, and randomly picks a player to send them across the stage, so if you're good at keeping track of the timer, then you can use it to your advantage. So in conclusion, implement everything I've told you from Battlefield and Town and City, and you're pretty much good to go. And that's it my students, the guide is now finished. I hope I've given you the inspiration you need to help you to learn or pick up this character. I'll be posting more videos of the duo very soon, and again if you have any questions or want to check any updates of me in the Smash scene, just head over to my Twitter page and hit the subscribe button to my channel, just to give you the first update today. I will be doing videos of luma tech that a lot of you players wanted me to show you and how it's done. I wanted to do this guide first so I didn't want to leave you confused and give you too much to follow. So now it's for me to depart and I'll be back with another video.